7:30.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Bill Beutel and Diana Williams. Scott Clark with sports. Sam Champion with the exclusive AccuWeather forecast. And the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Good evening, I'm Bill Beutel. A bloody shootout on the west side of Manhattan leaves a family weeping tonight. The brother, the mother, the father of Bonnie Vargas, an innocent victim who was killed in a hail of gunfire when a bank robber grabbed her and used her as a shield in a desperate shootout with the police. Tonight, 2 other suspects are in custody, and police think they may have found the planned getaway car near 91st Street and Broadway, not very far at all from the bank where 2 police officers were wounded. But tonight, the question remains, was it a police bullet that killed Bonnie Vargas? Bertha Coombs picks up the story now, live on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Bertha?
Well, Bill, tonight those 2 suspects, 29-year-old Russell Gray and 28-year-old Raymond Jones, are still being questioned. But the big questions for neighbors and family of Bonnie Vargas is why she had to die in all of this. They, like the police, are awaiting the medical examiner's report, which they hope will clear up exactly whose bullets killed Bonnie Vargas. There are flowers and candles in the entryway of the Riverside Drive building where 37-year-old Bonnie Vargas lived with her family for more than 20 years. Neighbors offered condolences, but the Vargases are upset that they've heard nothing from the city tonight.
It only take a quarter. I give the phone to all the news to everybody. Here's a quarter. Call me, he says, and apologize. We're really sorry that this happened.
Bonnie Vargas was killed in a shootout after being taken hostage right outside her building by a bank robbery suspect. Police had chased the man from Chemical Bank on 91st and Broadway, where customers tipped off authorities to a holdup in progress. Witnesses say that's where the shooting began.
The guy firing was standing right about down by that luggage shop, and the police officers were right here. And myself and this elderly lady who she was like frozen in fear when the bullets were being fired. I sort of threw her to the side, was standing right on the corner behind the police.
Police chased one of the suspects west from the bank toward Riverside Drive and 93rd Street, where he grabbed Vargas. Her brother showed us what relatives witnessed.
The guy was here. He was grabbing Bonnie like this, pointing to the police. It could be negotiated because the guy was not going to place. But there was too many cops pointing guns.
Police say they are still trying to figure out exactly what happened.
The officers were fired upon by this individual. There was some indication that the hostage may have ducked down or may have been pushed down. We're still trying to sort this out.
2 officers were hit. Transit officer Ronald Bowman was saved because of his bulletproof vest. Also injured in the shootout, city police officer Patrick White, who was hit in the foot and treated at St. Luke's Hospital. But tonight, one neighbor who heard the commotion wonders if Vargas's life couldn't have been spared.
I think in a hostage situation like that, I guess what I feel is that they moved too quickly. That I don't know. I just don't think they worked well with a hostage situation.
Now, in addition to Ms. Vargas, the suspect who was holding her hostage was also killed in that exchange. His name has yet to be released. Tomorrow morning or sometime tomorrow, we are expecting to find out the results of the medical examiner's report. We're live on the Upper West Side. I'm Bertha Coombs, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
It's been called the Road of Terror, and tonight the Grand Concourse in the Bronx is once again the site of a potentially deadly pedestrian accident. Undercover video captured the scene just moments after a 12-year-old and her 1-year-old nephew were hit while crossing the street. Paramedics rushed them to Jacoby Hospital, where they're in critical condition. No charges filed against the driver. Several families in Brooklyn are burned out tonight. Their apartments in Flatbush destroyed by a fire. A 3-alarm fire at Kings Highway and East 55th sent 12 people to Kings County Hospital, including 3 firefighters. 2 of them are being treated tonight for serious burns. An investigation into what sparked that fire is still underway.
In Lawrenceville, New Jersey, at Rider College, a fraternity pays a price tonight for putting some of its pledges through a racist ritual, dressing and talking, acting, in a way that demean black people. The whole fraternity pays a price, and one fraternity brother pays a heavy individual price. Carlos Granda has this story.
After the hearing, members of the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity stormed out of the Student Center, refusing to say anything about the proceedings.
I really have no comment at this time, and I would appreciate you getting the camera out of my face.
The disciplinary hearing took almost 4 hours. In the end, the fraternity's charter was revoked indefinitely. The student accused was suspended.
We, the panel, find that Phi Kappa Psi's actions unacceptable and offensive due to the ethical codes and policies set by the college and the community. Although the majority of the House is not involved, the fraternity is united as one and thus assumes the penalty and responsibility as one.
It was on January 7th that fraternity members at Phi Kappa Psi allegedly made its pledges dress and behave in a manner demeaning to African Americans. During the closed-door hearing, the student involved claimed he didn't know it would offend anyone. Students who listened to the testimony were offended at what they heard.
They tried to imply that the word nigger is not a racial slur.
Exactly. That's what was being implied. I mean, it was just being made that, well, nigger means somebody who's ignorant or who doesn't pay his debts. I mean, it was kind of ridiculous for us sitting in there listening to some of the things that were being said.
I think there also needs to be some kind of education and counseling for the student because he's definitely ignorant of any kind of minority issue.
And now the issue may move to the state level. Assemblyman John Watson of Mercer County wants to introduce a bill to ban hazing at all colleges and universities in New Jersey. At Rider College, I'm Carlos Granda, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
The student who was suspended from Rider College will be eligible to reapply in a year. Diana?
Oregon Senator Bob Packwood is feeling the heat on his first trip home since allegations of sexual harassment. Hundreds of protesters gathered, waving goodbye and demanding Packwood's resignation. It's the third protest this week. And while Packwood admits he behaved badly, he does not admit to sexually harassing 10 women. Bill?
Tomorrow afternoon, protesters will march on the recruiting center in Times Square to support President Clinton in his plan to end the ban against gays in the military. Tonight, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Colin Powell, said the president is on the right track, but he said the military needs time. And Andy Field in Washington has more.
President Clinton's not happy he couldn't keep his campaign promise right away because Congress would have outvoted him. But he insists that today's first step will eventually end the ban on gays for good.
The issue is whether men and women who can and have served with real distinction should be excluded from military service solely on the basis of their status. And I believe they should not.
So the president compromised and said the military can no longer ask new recruits about their sexual preference. But everyone will still have to make sure they do not break the military's code of conduct, which prohibits homosexual acts. If they do, they can be disciplined, but not expelled. Even that isn't good enough for a number of angry lawmakers.
But this is a major problem. It is the reason why we separate men and women.
Former General Norman Schwarzkopf added his opinion to the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who want to keep the ban on gays.
I'm just astounded that in the first week, with all the problems we have in this country, that happens to be the ones we're focusing on with such intensity.
Near Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, Marine Sergeant Justin Elzey heard the president and then ended his 10-year silence over the fact that he is gay.
I just couldn't stand by and not say a thing. I mean, we've got to stand up and say, hey, there's thousands of us out there, and, you know, this discrimination is wrong.
This 6-month study isn't good enough for a number of Republicans.
Oh, bit of a problem there.
Bit of a problem there, yes.
We've got an incredible story coming up. Medical history is being made tonight in Los Angeles.
When we come back in just a moment, doctors give us the details of a remarkable transplant. A mother and father give the gift of life to their dying daughter. We'll have a live report.
Plus, a Queens woman takes the stand reliving the horror of a botched abortion. It's all when we come back.
She had blood and she was...
7 years went into it. 750,000 people have driven it. It was the first car in its class to offer dual airbag protection. Mercury Sable Sedan and Sable Wagon. And look at this number. Lease Sable Sedan for just $279 a month for 24 months with $1,675 down. Mercury Sable Sedan and Wagon. You simply have to have it. At your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
It's the way we make you feel that makes
makes people fly British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
Whoa! What do we have here?
It's the all-new Corolla. Tell them you leased it for $179 a month. So excited!
It's Toyota's first big sales event of the new year. And the savings on the all-new Corolla will excite you. Like an all-new lease deal of only $179 a month. And no down payments.
And I think I like it.
There's so many things to get excited about. And they're all at your Toyota dealer now. During the first big sales event of the new year.
With our low rates, you'll be glad to know we have plenty of money standing by. Call 1-800-272-LOAN and find out which of our low-interest loans is right for you. Anchor Bank. Big bank banking, small bank caring.
When cars are called luxury sedans, what does that mean? Leather appointments? Absolutely. Dual airbags, wood trim? Mandatory. Gotta have a CD player and power sunroof. But on most luxury sedans, these features cost extra. Not the Infiniti J30. They're all standard. See, Infiniti thinks when you buy a luxury car, the luxury shouldn't be optional.
To lease a fully equipped J30 for just $399 a month, see your Infiniti dealer now.
The trial of the man known as Dr. Blood resumes Tuesday with testimony from a man who says that Dr. Abu Hayat refused to finish an abortion on a bleeding woman when the patient couldn't come up with another $500. Earlier today, Rosa Rodriguez described what happened the day after she says Dr. Hayat attempted an illegal third trimester abortion on her. Rodriguez says she went into labor and gave birth to a baby girl, bleeding and missing an arm.
There is no greater love than the bond between parent and child. Mother and father in California show us tonight the complex truth in that simple idea. Both parents are in critical condition right now after giving parts of their own lungs in an historic transplant operation. And Linda Moore has the latest on this story, live now from Los Angeles. Linda?
It is believed to be a world's first, the first time a mother and a father have given part of their lungs to their child. And they did it because they couldn't find a suitable donor for their daughter and because time was running out. Her name is Stacy Sewell. She's 22 years old from Quartz Hill in the LA area. And she has cystic fibrosis, a lung disease that is inherited and often kills before age 30. She'd been in the ICU here at USC University Hospital for 2 weeks now, and doctors feared Stacy had only days to live. So the decision to do this experimental operation was made just yesterday morning. It was literally a last-minute attempt to save her life. The family was wheeled into surgery this morning at 7:30, and the operation lasted 5 hours. Mom, Dad, and daughter operated on simultaneously in separate rooms. Her mother's name is Barbara. The father's name is James. Both are around 50 years of age.
So this morning we removed the left lower lobe of the father, which is now serving as the left lung for Stacy. And we removed the right lower lobe of the mother, which is now serving as the right lung for Stacy. The operation went very well. He was able to immediately wean her from cardiopulmonary bypass, and she's resting comfortably up in our intensive care unit.
The doctors say that the parents will do fine on what lung they have left, and they say that Stacy will do well in what lung she has received because she's very petite, only 85 pounds. Now, of course, like in any transplant operation, there is concern of rejection, so the next few weeks will be critical for Stacy, but the parents should be leaving the hospital within a week. And that is the latest on this story, live here in Los Angeles at USC University Hospital. I'm Linda Moore. Back to you in New York.
That is really incredible. Isn't it? Well, a medical first and a first in sports.
Yes, coming up, it's a male-dominated sport, but now 2 high school women are out to bridge the gender gap. We'll watch them at the mat in a wrestling match that is not to be missed when we come back in just a moment.
If you want to see more features, turn to a movie channel. See the ES300 at your New York, New Jersey, Connecticut Lexus dealer. You'll like the price of admission.
It's the one you've been waiting for. A must-see. 3 thumbs up. And now you have the best seats in the house at Siemens Wild Weekend. Nothing is being held back. You'll find wildly reduced prices on every item in every Siemens store. And use your Wild coupons for extra savings of $25 to $200 off the low sale prices. Get your coupons in today's paper or at any Siemens store. So see Siemens first. If you go to one sale this year, make it Siemens Wild Weekend. Time is running out. It's going on now at a Siemens near you.
Long Islanders like Jack care about the environment. That's why he called Lilco about their whole range of energy-wise conservation programs, like the free energy audit that can show how to cut energy bills by 20%, and the cash incentives to encourage energy-efficient appliances and lighting. So give Lilco a call to get a clear picture of how to save energy.
If you used any of these excuses last winter, then free yourself from winter snows with the award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee. Break free of the slippery stuff with the power of an all-wheel drive Eagle Summit, or blow the snow off the driveway with the high performance of an all-wheel drive Eagle Talon TSI. If you can't make it to your destination this winter, you only have one excuse.
See your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
This Saturday, January 30th, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., every item in every Nobody Beats the Whiz store is on sale. Everything. Nobody beats the Whiz.
These people have banded together on a mission to keep this couple apart. When your friends all say, you should break up on the next Oprah. Monday at 4, right here on Channel 7.
We don't know what Buffalo is going to do to Dallas on Sunday, but Buffalo was not nice to New York City tonight. Scott Clark.
Thank you, Bill. The Rangers went into Buffalo to face one hot Sabres team. The Rangers had a hot man of their own, but the Sabres went on to win their 7th straight game and their 8th straight game at home. They are hot there in Buffalo. Starting things off, though, Sergei Nemchinov was on fire, scoring 2 of the Rangers' 3 first-period goals. He finished with his first hat trick as a Ranger, too. It was 3-0 Rangers early, but then the Sabres put together 5, count them, 5 unanswered goals on the defenseless Rangers. Alexander Mogilny had 2 of them. Sabres with a sweet come-from-behind win. The final was 6-4. Elsewhere tonight, Quebec and Washington took an overtime and still could not find a winner. Local hoops tonight. College hoops. Siena bounced back from a tough loss to Manhattan on Wednesday night. The Saints scored a come-from-behind win over St. Peter's. Coach Ted Fiore is a colorful one for St. Peter's. His team led 31-30 at the half, but Siena beat the press in the second half. Here, getting the ball ahead to Lee Matthews. Hey, with this setup, he better not blow it. And he didn't. 13 of his 17 came in the second half. Siena Saints come marching in with a 57-52 win. NBA hoops, the Knicks and the Nets both took the night off. The game of the night, though, was in Phoenix. San Antonio's coach John Lucas and his Spurs took a 10-game winning streak into the Valley of the Sun. But they got burned by Danny Ainge. He chipped in with a season-high 26 points. He helped the Phoenix Suns to a 125-110 victory over the Spurs. Boston beat Orlando 116-105, and the Lakers over Charlotte 123-108, both in overtime. Hey, look at Lee Jansen. Hot in the desert. Round 2 Phoenix Open. He had birdied 12 and 13, and look what he did at 14. Trying to get it close for the birdie, and the eagle had landed. A 65 for Jansen gives him a share of the lead with David Frost at 10 under par. Some football notes now as we ready ourselves for, you got it, Super Bowl 27. Hey, Buddy Ryan, he signed a 2-year deal to become the defensive coordinator. He's with the Houston Oilers now. Closer to home, Dan Reeves has hired George Henshaw as his offensive coordinator. Reeves also hired Pete Manjurian and Joe DeCamillis as assistants. All right. Super Bowl 27 we go. Some final thoughts from the men who I think are going to be the key factors in the game.
As far as experience goes, and I feel like experiences, you can have all the experience in the world. If you don't go out and perform on Sunday, you're going to get beat. And if Buffalo don't come out ready to play and we're ready to play, they may get beat. If we don't come out ready to play and they're ready to play, we're going to get beat. So that's how I feel about experience.
Everybody wants to win. That goes without saying. But we're fortunate enough to be here for the 3rd time. And hopefully, like everybody says, 3rd time's a charm. We'll see.
Kelly and the Bills, the underdogs, will prevail. And now, we bring you what we believe to be the first ever high school wrestling match in New Jersey between 2 young women. That's right, girls grappling on the boys wrestling team. Meet Kim Paleo, a junior from South Brunswick High School. She was finally about to compete for the first time ever in interscholastic wrestling tonight.
I wanted to wrestle since 7th grade, so I wasn't allowed in 7th grade. So, I mean, this is like what I've really wanted to do. I mean, I kind of like forgot about it a little bit, but when the chance came, I mean, I jumped on it.
And in this corner, meet Erica Schultz, a junior from North Brunswick High School. 0-5 against the guys so far, but ready tonight.
Some of the guys on the team that I'd known had, told me how it was, and I'm really glad that I stuck the season out. And, I'll finish the season off, too. I mean, I came this far.
And what a match it was, ladies and gentlemen. They grappled through regulation, tied at 4 points apiece. They had to go to an overtime period to determine the winner. Their experience paid off for Erica Schultz. She scored a takedown in the overtime period to give her the edge, a 5-4 victory. Schultz the winner in one close one.
It was one of the best feelings I've ever had in my lifetime. It felt good.
I gave it my best, and that's all you can do.
To the winner go the spoils, but Erica Schultz and Kim Paleo, both winners on this night, huh? And breaking through. While we're on the subject of women, Monica Seles just defeated Steffi Graf 3-6, 6-4, 6-2 to win the Australian Open. Let's hear it for the ladies. I'm Scott Clark, Sit for Sports.
Yes, let's hear it for the ladies.
Let's.
Every night. Thank you, Scott, very much. Okay, we just said it for the ladies.
Okay. Well, it is cold outside. Turn up the heat.
Yes, indeed. We're in the coldest, we're looking for the coldest weekend of the year. Sam will have the bottom line and the AccuWeather forecast in a moment. But if you think it's cold here, take a trip with us to Alamosa. You'll get shivers just dreaming about it when we come back in just a moment.
Ever notice how everyone has something to say when it's time to choose the new ride?
Get something comfortable with some room to it.
Drive a hard bargain. Don't pay a cent for air conditioning.
And make them throw an automatic, too.
It's gotta have a serious sound system.
Girl, you got to look good in it.
Honey, one thing. Get what you want.
The 1993 Mercury Tracer. They'll all think you listen to them. All this in the quality of a Mercury.
This Saturday, January 30th, it's the one and only one-day sale at Nobody Beats the Wiz. Absolutely every item in every Nobody Beats the Wiz store is marked down. No ifs, ands, or buts. Every TV, VCR, camcorder, and audio component. Every cassette, compact disc, personal computer, cellular phone, and camera. Everything. And here's the Nobody Beats the Wiz challenge. If it's not on sale Saturday, it's yours free. This Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., our one and only one-day sale. Nobody Beats the Wiz.
I was on my way to my new accountant.
These are all taxable investments.
I knew I'd pay taxes on my salary, but my investment income?
He's not going to like the news.
What do we got?
Good news is that we have some great ideas for next year.
Next year.
Start now to let Fidelity Investments, America's largest mutual fund company, help you earn income 100% free from federal taxes. In many states, free from state taxes, with no sales charge. Call for this free guide to tax-free investing. Call 1-800-922-5757.
Hi, I'm Tim Chisuli of Maxon Order Group.
Tim, Maxon beats your best price by $650, or you get $100 on the spot. Bought a car?
Yes, I did.
2 cars.
2 cars, 2 Honda Civics.
So you got them both at Maxon?
Yes, I did.
Did you get a good deal?
Yes, I did.
Did you shop around?
Yes, I did. I shopped around in the Plainfield area.
Oh, yeah? And Maxon beat their price?
Yes, I did.
And you like the car?
I love it.
And the service?
Service is great.
Maxon Order Group.
It is the dead of winter, but the folks in a southern Colorado town are celebrating what they call a heat wave. It's -2 degrees in Alamosa, Colorado, and the folks around there say it might as well be summer. You see, for most of the winter, they're used to temperatures as low as -42, so when you get this close to the other side of zero, you might as well call it a warming trend, and that's the news from Alamosa.
Yes, and I think that's the only way we could make Sam's news any good.
Yeah, well, it gets cold this weekend, but that is real cold air. We shouldn't have to put up with that. Now, let's take a look at what we do have to put up with. And the closest we get to zero will be in wind chills this weekend. And for the most part, tonight into tomorrow morning will be some of the roughest wind chills. Right now, wind chill just about zero at 23 degrees outside. Relative humidity at 44%. The barometer is rising at this point. Winds have been westerly at about 17 miles per hour. High number today today at just about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. 41 degrees, 23 the low temperature where we are right now. We watch the temperature continue to fall throughout the night until I think we bottom out at about 18 degrees in town. Here's a look at the satellite picture. Really no cloud problem for us, and clear skies are helping get rid of those temperatures. I mean, this air is just really rushing up into the atmosphere. Anything we had a chance to warm up today is leaving, and we're stuck with the cold numbers very close to the ground. You'll also notice just some stray clouds that are working right across, well, the Great Lakes and swinging right across the border. Not a big problem for us right now. Most of this you're seeing some lake effect snow as the cold air just kind of rushes across the lake, picks up some moisture, deposits a little bit of snow. Syracuse is coming in with about 5 inches so far, and in some areas in Vermont are coming in with about 2 inches. And here are the wind chills we've been, well, subjected to today. Generally above zero for most part of our day as the temperature was dropping. But right now, you'll notice we'll get up to about 10 below zero in town, and we're up to 15 below zero in some of the suburbs, or down to about 15 below zero in some of the suburbs with that wind chill. That's the combination of the wind and the actual temperature and how it feels on your skin. Here's your actual temperatures early in the morning. 18 degrees in town, 20 to 21 toward the island, 12 to 14 degrees north and west of the city. Yeah, that's a cold one. There'll be plenty of sunshine, though. It'll look good in the morning. Just stay inside and bundle up till the numbers come up a little bit. 32 degrees as warm as it gets. Sunshine with us for quite a while tomorrow, though some high clouds will start to move in with some upper-level moisture kind of swinging through the area. Gives us the opportunity of picking up some snowflakes, light snow, snow flurries Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday will also be the cloudiest day of the weekend. 18 degrees, mostly clear, and cold. We haven't used that in a while. Tomorrow, 32 degrees, mostly sunny, brisk and cold. AccuWeather says for the 5-day plan, it's cold for a while, but then it slowly comes back toward normal numbers. Monday, 36, Tuesday, 42, Wednesday, 46. The weekend is a chilly one.
You notice how much Sam smiles when he says 18 degrees.
Yes. The devil in him, right? That's the news for tonight.
For Diana and Sam and Scott and all of us at Eyewitness News, I'm Bill Beutel. Good luck, good night, be well.
Thanks for